Hello everybody and welcome to One Player today. We've got Hero Realms, the deck building game on the table. This is Star Realms' fantasy cousin, and as you can see by the layout, pretty similar in its mechanics. There are a couple of differences. I'll do my best to explain them as we go through. A lot of the systems are quite similar, and forgive me if I accidentally replace Star Realms terminology with Hero Realms terminology or vice versa, because Star Realms is just the game that I'm much more familiar with. This is going to be my first playthrough of Hero Realms, so hopefully my Star Realms knowledge does carry me through to a degree. But the boss that we're facing today does not come in the base set, but is available online on BGG. I'll post an image of the boss card and a link to the rule set. The boss we're facing today is Tibus, the Guild Lord. He's head of this blue faction here, which is an underground crime syndicate. I figured he'd be well represented by this menacing looking cat. And here are his rules of how he takes turns. I'll get to that when we get to it, but for now, let's just get started. For those who are unfamiliar with the blank realms, the Star Realms, the Hero Realms setup, let me just go over what we've got on the table very briefly. Right here we've got the markets row, 5 cards of which we can buy based on how many coins we gain in our turn. We have the enemy's health up here starting at 40, our health down here starting at 50. That's the standard starting. I've read pretty much everywhere ubiquitously that this boss is very challenging, so I don't feel too bad starting at a higher health. Hopefully we're not going to get just smashed into smithereens. We've got the market deck from which we refill the market row, and then we've got our personal deck, our starting deck of 10 cards. Most of them gain us gold. There's a couple of combat cards in there as well. Our starting hand is 3 cards, so let's pull that now. And we've gained, oh nice, we've gained a total of 3 gold and 1 combat with this here dagger. So when we play these onto the board, they go into our kind of our gold pool, if you will, with which we can again buy cards. So with 3, I suppose I like this gain health, and I like this lots and lots of coinage. But let's go with these 2. We'll go yellow and blue. So you recognize from the Star Realms universe 4 different factions. They seem to operate just from the glance, the kind of glance through the deck that I've had. They do seem to operate quite similarly. So like the Guild faction does gain you a lot of coins. The yellow faction seems to be quite focused on ally abilities. Red faction's a lot of scrap abilities, so you can discard your cards and kind of thin out your deck to get to your best cards quicker. And your green, just lots and lots of combat. That seems to be how it goes. Not entirely, or I'm not fully confident on that, but it seems to be how it works out. So we've spent our gold. We had 3. We spent it. We're going to refill the market row, and then we're going to gain that 1 combat and deal that directly to Tibus. So he's going to go down to 39, and a fantastic start. We're well on our way to overthrowing the underground crime lord. For the end of our turn, we deal our next hand. So our next hand is actually going to be 5 cards, or the standard hand, I should say, is 5 cards. And then Tibus takes his turn. The way Tibus, the boss, takes his turn is to pull the top card of the market deck. He gains combat equal to its cost, so in this case 3. And then based on the faction, so in this case the blue faction, he gets to perform an action here on this fully official boss card up here. So for the blue, he gets to draw again and gain probably, oh my goodness, so much more combat. I hate you. So that's 7 combat. So that's a total of 10. And when he pulls a red card, he gets to sacrifice the market row and gain 5. So all of these cards are going to go into the discard pile over this way. He's on a total of 15 combat, and that's why we started at a higher health than him, because he's just absolutely destroyed us right out of the gate. So yeah, this could be a pretty short video. Let's see. 35 now for our health. After his turn is over, we arrange, or we don't have to, but we keep the cards that he's that he's earned in front of him. Once he has a card of each faction, he gains 15 combat, and then discards all of his cards and starts over again. So when he has 4 cards of different colours, he's once again going to just smack us with his mighty paws, I guess. Yeah. So we're going to watch out for that, and hopefully, well, hope that he doesn't get there. That was quite bad. Let's see if we can have a decent turn. We've got 4 gold, and we've got 2 combat. So 4 gold will get us... Well, it'll get us this card for sure, and I like this card because, goodness me, that seems like a pretty good return. For spending 1 gold, we get 3 combat and the ability to tell him to discard a card. So I think that is definitely something that's going to go into our deck. So that's 1 gold spent. And 3 more to go. I suppose we'll pick up both of these, shan't we? Both yellow faction cards, both Imperial faction, I think these are called. So we'll be able to activate their ally ability if we are able to play them together. That's pretty great. Cost of 3. In you go. Let's refill this. Christoph the Just. And the Dark Reward. Very nice. We'll do him 2 damage, so not exactly massive, but you know, it's something. Get him down to a nice 37, so we're nearly equal. Look at that. I'll take a minute just to explain the cards that I have just pulled out. This champion card, Christoph the Just in this case, it acts quite a lot like the base cards in Star Realm. What that means is when I play it onto the board, it stays there. It doesn't go and recycle back through our deck, and it stays there. In this case, he is a guard, and so Tibus has to kill him before he can attack us. And if we had any other champion cards, like this one for example, if we owned this card, the order would have to go guard, then another champion, and then us. So he has to get rid of both the guards and our champions before he can do any damage. That's his. This is not mine. I would like that, but no, not yet. For him, his champions, we don't have to kill his champions, but if he has a guard, we do have to kill his guards before we attack him. So that's how that goes. Let's pull our next hand. So we've got 2, we need 3 more cards, so let's give these a quick shuffle. I can't believe he did 15 damage on his first turn. That is horrendous. And 1, 2, 3 will get us a new hand, and Tibus's turn is another blue card, so hopefully he doesn't go on another run. That's 5 combat he's gained. And yellow, that's, oh my gosh, 11 combat he's gained, plus 5 health. So he's up to 42. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing why folks said he was quite challenging. So he's up to 42. He has 11 combat, which is going to hit us down to 24. Goodness me. He now has 3 of the 4 factions out on the board. And that makes me a little nervous because, well, if he gains himself 15 combat, yeah, this could be over pretty quickly. We have a hand of 4 gold. Oh my goodness, that is terrible. We're not going to deal him any combat this turn, but you know what? Actually, it's not too bad because we are going to definitely pick up, I think. I would like this card, and I would like this card. Obviously, 6 combat or 8 combat, pretty decent. But I think a guard is not a bad idea. So the guard, like I said, stays on the board. Each turn we can exhaust him or tap him or whatever the nomenclature is in this particular series. Sorry, copyright. And we're going to gain both 2 combat and 3 health. So that's pretty decent. We would need to pick up... Oh, we've got some yellow cards already on our deck too. So having an ally ability, again, pretty decent. So let's buy him. That's 5 of our 6, right? Yeah, 6. Hopefully this is a 1 card. It is not. It's a Firebomb, which is an 8 card. So actually, I suppose I'm pretty glad he didn't pull that. Christoph goes into our discard to be cycled around, hopefully, pretty soon. We need you, buddy. And let's find out what Tibus is up to. It's another, oh my gosh, another 5 blue, so, and a red. Another 5. And, oh my goodness, he's going to sacrifice this and gain another 5. So that's 15, again, in 1 turn. And is this a... That's not a guard. He's just another champion. Okay, good. Oh, this one is a guard, so I have to do 5 damage with which to... Oh, and this is a guard too. Oh my goodness. Alright, so remember that. We've got 2 guards now worth 8 combat before we can do him any damage. Goodness me. 15 takes us down to, what, 9 health? Okay. And let's redeal ourselves. I don't really see a way out of this. How the heck are we going to be able to bring him down? Oh, you're pretty cool. Darian the War Mage. You've got a dragon friend. That's pretty neat. Can we do anything? Alright, we've got some health gain. Oh, thank goodness for that. Alright, that's good. So let's see. We've got 2 gold here, 2 gold here, 2 gold here, 1 gold here. That's a total of 7 gold and 2 combat. 2 combat's not going to do anything because he can't get past his guards. But we do have an ally ability and 2 other health gains. So that is 6 plus 6, 12. So we are back up to, what, 21? Okay, that feels a little more manageable. I will say the swings in this game feel a bit more dramatic than Star Realms. So, like, for me to be able to gain 12 health in one turn is pretty good, especially with cards that literally are 1s and 2s. That's pretty, yeah, that's pretty dramatic. All right, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So who are we going to buy? I say we've got a lot of yellow cards, so I probably would like to stick with that, in which case, Darian the War Mage, you're coming with me. That's 4. 2 Tithe Priests out on the board. I'm not super compelled by him. Now we've got 2 champions. Maybe let's pick up another, I suppose. This Rayla Endweaver seems pretty cool. We don't have any other reds in our deck yet. Although I suppose we could go with both of these blues, and that would be pretty decent. Stun target champion means we can just get rid of one of the champions for him, so that would actually be pretty great. So we spent... Did we just spend 4? Yeah, so we had 9. Yeah, okay, let's do these 2 blue cards. I know that I just said I wanted more champions, but then didn't do it. Never mind. Man-at-Arms, another champion, and the Cult Priest. Okay. Well, let's see what he's got. We are on a precarious 20... I mean, it shouldn't be precarious, but apparently it is. 21 health. Oh, the short sword, yeah. Again, we can't get past his guards, so it doesn't do any damage. What's he going to pull? It's a blue card. Again, for 3 combats. And another blue card. That's 6. And again... And a red card. Oh my gosh. So 9... 9 plus 5 for sacrificing the row. He's going to do us 14 damage, which gets us down to 7. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, he is absolutely smacking us, isn't he? I'm just going to put these under this one. I mean, it doesn't matter how many cards he has, just that he's got, as long as he's got at least one of every faction, then that's when he gets his 15. Which hopefully doesn't happen anytime soon. We've got a hand of 5, and what are they? Nothing. Oh my gosh, nothing good. Alright, we can force him to discard a card. Actually, that's pretty good, and I'll show you why in a minute. That's going to give us 4 combat. Oops, and 4 gold. I forgot to redeal the row, so let's do that. Whoa, oh, look at that. 2, 3, and 4 health. Yeah, like a 5 and a 5. That's massive. Or 6 and 6. Yeah, these cards are really big. They're doing a lot of damage and gaining a lot of health, which is really cool. I mean, that's neat, but probably makes for a lot quicker games, given that like, he's on 42 health, I'm on 7. Yeah, we're struggling. So, however, though, we've got 4 combat, and we will assign that entirely towards this guard. Miros, you're dead. Also able to have him discard a card, and then it seems quite clear to me that we should have him discard this one. This is his only card of the yellow faction, so now he's again only halfway there to gaining 15. So we'll have him do that. We have 1 combat left over, but we can't get through his Power of the Enforcer. And then we've got 4 cards, 4 gold with which to buy. I quite like this one. Yes, I do quite like this one. Rally the Troops. It gives us 5 combat, 5 health, and if we get the ally ability, we get to prepare a champion. Essentially, that means once we've tapped them to exhaust them, we get to prepare them again so we can tap them again and basically double their ability. So I think that is a pretty decent card. I hope I'm understanding that rule correctly. You tell me if I'm wrong. So we're going to make another hand. So we know he's not going to get his 15. Well, actually, he still probably could. But we know he's not going to gain his 15 this turn. I mean, hopefully he doesn't pull something massive and deal us 7 damage in one, because that would be sad. That would be game over. What's it going to be? Yellow. Oh, that's perfect. 1 combat. He's going to gain some health, but you know what? I mean, what's the difference between 42 and 47, really? 1 combat, we're down to 6. We could really do with some more life gain, which I'm not sure we have too much in here, but, well, that's about the worst set of cards I could have possibly pulled. Ugh, that is terrible. How many champions do I have in here? And I pull all gold? Get out. Alright, so we've got 4, 5, 6 with which to buy. Well, do we choose between command and get a little bit of everything? Or do we get this wolf form and just smack him for 8? Maybe it is time to focus on some combat, don't you think? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We've got 1 gold left over, but we can't spend it. So let's just hope that we get lucky again and he doesn't do anything terrible. Yep, he's gained 9. So that's 4 plus the scrap. That's 9. And again, he's just absolutely annihilated me. Holy smokes. We're on -3, and that is the game. He ended the game on 47 life. Goodness gracious. I am going to try this again because I don't know if I got unlucky or if I'm just not adjusting to the strategy. But goodness me, that was tough. Give me just a second and we'll be right back with a reshuffle. There we go. Let's give this another try, shall we? Tibus well and truly bested us, and the fact that I chose a cat for his avatar now makes me feel a bit embarrassed. We've got 3 cards to start, and we've been dealt 2 gold and 2 combat. So, well, I suppose we go with this. I mean, it's only slightly better than this, right? I mean, with the potential ally ability. So I suppose we'll do that and see what we can pull. Goodness me, Tyrannor the Devourer. That is a giant demon. And this trade row, or sorry, this market row already looks quite unattainable given that there's 8, 7, 8, 3, 5. But let's see. We've got 2 combat, so we'll smack him right down to 38. Yeah, good luck us. And pull our next hand. Let's see what he's going to start off with. Oh, it's a guild card, so let's just do one of those again. Oh my gosh, 7. And we're going to discard 2 cards. So let's get rid of... Okay, and it's a guard with 7. Oh my gosh, I think we've got so unlucky there. So we need to generate 7 combat if we're even to do any damage to him. Oops, that's 48, not 38. 38. That's probably this is probably going to be even shorter of a game. So let's discard this and this because we're not going to be able to use any combat cards for some time. And how much has he gained? He's gained 10. 3 and 7, so that's 10. We're on to 40 already. And wow, that's pretty bad. Well, let's pick up for 4. Now we know where our hand is. Let's pick up for 4. We'll pick up this Orc Grunt Champion for 3. He gives us a little bit of combat each turn, and he is a guard, so at least that will lessen our damage, maybe just a little bit. And another giant card, 6. Okay, hopefully he pulls something not giant. Oh, it's 4. Okay, so he's got 3 out of the 4 factions, and he's gaining 5 health, so that tips him up to 43. 4 combat to us is 36. And already the battle seems to be tipping in his favor. Wow, okay, yeah, this is tough. This is a really tough boss. Alright, we've got... this is useless because of he's got 2 guards. So at least we can kill one of them if we get enough combat there. So that's 4, 5, 6. Who do we want to pull? We can get this wolf form, which actually I think is probably going to be the best option because it gives us 8 combat with which to take down this guy. This gives us health and draw a card. Yeah, I think we have to focus on just gaining as much combat as quickly as we can, don't we? Ooh, like this card. Oh yeah, I saw him before. We can't spend this, but we've got a decent shout next turn. So that's... We spent 5 out of our 6, but there's nothing else to buy, so... Tibus. Okay, that's better, but he does get to pull another. So that's 1. Oh, come on. 7. And 2. So that's 9 plus 5 for clearing out the trade row. Oh, and plus 15 because now he's got 1 card of every faction. Okay, so 6, that's 9. Plus 5 is 14. Plus 15 is 29. He just did 29 damage in 1 turn. That takes us down to 7. That is unbelievable. Holy smokes. I hope that I'm reading these instructions wrong and someone's gonna be like, dude, you're really just pummeling yourself into the ground for no reason. But I don't think I did. I think I'm playing this correctly, and he is just absolutely massive. Good lord, I'm on 7 health, and I've got, like, what? Like, really 2 or 3 good cards in here? Oh, and it's all gold. Okay. Well, you know what? At least he doesn't have a champion anymore. Oh, gosh. 4 gold, 1 combat. So he's down to 42. We're making some good progress there. And do we want death threat or bribe? I suppose death threat. It gives us stun target champion, so if he's got anyone in front of him, then we can get rid of them. Stun essentially forces him to discard a champion. So, alright, okay, this is humbling. This is really humbling. 6 and 5, yeah, he's won again. Okay, so 6, scrap the market row, that's 5, that's 11, that takes us down to -4, and again, he's on 42 health. Okay, should we do this one more time? Yeah, 3rd time's a charm. Let's do it. Alright, 3rd time lucky. We are getting an absolute baptism of fire in this game. I thought that I was going to be able to kind of carry myself through in terms of my Star Realms experience, but this has been... Wow, you are a tyrant, my friend. An absolute tyrant. 3 cards to start, and let's see what we can do. Honestly, I think maybe the tactic is just to, again, like with a lot of the Star Realms bosses, just try to gain as much combat as quickly as we can. So really just try to focus on, like it seems like defense is just not a possibility with this type of heat, this type of power coming towards us. I don't know. Let's see. We've got 2 and 2, so we can build. I suppose we'll pull this, and yeah, green cards, the wild cards, hopefully give us some nice big combat bonuses. We'll do 2 damage to him to take him down to 38. And let's see how he's gonna start the game. It is a green with only 1 combat, so goodness me, at least he's not smashing us for 20 on our first turn. I almost feel like it might not be too crazy even to start on like 60 health for this boss. Like, he really is massively powerful once he gets going, especially if you draw those like multiple blue cards over and over again. Like, you're gaining like massive amounts of combat. It's ridiculous. We've got to discard 2 cards, so let's see what they're going to be. I imagine probably 2 gold cards. What have we got out here? We've got 3. Oh, actually, you know what? I would like to buy this guy, I think. 3 combat each turn, +1 for every champion, and he's a guard. For 4, that seems pretty decent to me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna forfeit my combat for the next turn, and yeah, let's do it. We'll play our hand of 3. We'll pull Master Wayon, the human monk. Hopefully he cycles back around nice and quick. Oh, I'm glad he didn't pull that. What have you got? 2 plus 5 from the row. So he's hitting us for 7 and he's got a guard out. Oh, that's awesome. I don't think we've seen that card yet, but that's really cool. Yeah, neat. You can sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile. Yeah, so very much like the machine cult. This is kind of more like I suppose like a death cult, I suppose. So we hit us for 7. Oh, we need to pull. Yeah, we need to get the rest of our hand. All right. It's not great because we can't actually do any damage to him. But we've got 4 to spend. And did we see this one last game? I don't think we did. I like this. I don't. No, I'm not really bothered by that. I mean, I know we said we'd try to focus on green cards, but this isn't the best, so don't really care. This, on the other hand, goodness me, 5 combat for a 2-cost card. Although this one, also not bad. 5 plus 2 if you've got any champions, and then if you get an ally, you get 6 health. Interesting. Sacrifice a card in your hand or discard for 4. Maybe we try to pull some red cards? Yeah, let's go with the rot. I mean, I like the card, I like the look of it, so let's just go with it. Wolf Shaman, very nice. Okay, let's pull our hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. So hopefully there's some decent cards in here, I think. You've got a red, so you are going to gain 8. That takes us down to 34. 8 damage, like on just like a normal regular turn. Like, that's crazy. 3, 4. You're cool. Oh yeah, you're the card that won last time. Domination. Oh, 6 and 6 with a draw card. That is massive as well. Yeah, goodness me. Maybe that's what I'm not quite. Oh, fine. Okay, this is actually, I think, is going to be our first champion that we get onto the board in the entire video. So we'll play him. He's going to gain us 3. That's great. We've got 4 gold from this. Oh wait, hold on. We can draw a card if you do discard a card. Yes, so let's do that. We'll draw a card. It's a short sword. That's okay. That's fine. Got to discard a card, so let's discard a gold, I guess. So we've got 2, 4, 5 gold and 5 combat. 5 gold, 5 combat. So you, my friend, are gone. We'll do 2 damage to him. That's 36, and then 5 gold to spend. Do we go with this guild mage, or do we pick up these 2? Try to work on a little synergy on the green side. Or synergy on the blue side. I don't remember if we picked up any blue cards, actually. I'm not sure we did. Let's pull this. So that's 2, and then we've got 3 left over to spend. Ooh, on this cult priest. Yes, thank you. That is something I don't mind. You, sir, are coming with us. You stay in play, obviously. Did I already do damage to him? No, I didn't. So he's down to 31. Alright, that's not bad. 31, you stay in play. What are you? You're a blue card. I would have been fine with him pulling that. And then let's reshuffle to get our next hand. And we've got a guard out, so that is guarding our health. Okay, that feels good. That feels alright. I mean, he's not the biggest guard, but he is a guard nonetheless. What are you pulling? You're pulling another red card, so that is 7 combat. Getting rid of the row again. So 7 combat kills our guard, we take 3. So that's not the worst, I suppose. And oh yeah, okay. Actually, that's a much better mix of cards, I think. Varric the Necromancer seems pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's the guy with the 12 pack. We've got another Death Cultist. Cult Priest! Yeah, alright, so he has to. So our rules is that we don't have to kill his champions before him. His rules, he does. So he has to kill our guards, then our champions, then us. So Cult Priest will actually stick in the way just like a guard. Oh, as will Wolf Shaman. Nice, okay. Right, we're making some headway, I think. We've got 3 gold to spend. This guy can gain us either 1 gold or 1 combat, so we'll keep that in mind. We've got no ally abilities at the moment, so well, I think we pick up this and this. Or do we get this guy instead? Maybe this and this? Yeah. Let's spend 3 and we'll get the spark. And yeah, and the Death Cultist. I'm glad he didn't pull that. Excellent. And I wish he'd have pulled that. Never mind. So he spent our 3. So then we will generate combat from this Cult Priest instead of. Oh well, I suppose we could buy this, but well, 6 health sounds nice. 6 health does sound nice, but how many other yellow cards do we have? I don't think very many. I think our deck is a bit of a mix at the moment of green, red, and a bit of yellow. Be a splash of yellow. Master Wayhan. Well, if Master Wayhan can stay out and stay good, and we get lucky enough to pull this, then 6 health isn't terrible, is it? Yeah, let's just do it. We'll pull taxation, and it gets us 2 coins anyway, so why not? So that's 1 coin from him, and then 2 combat from you. So you're down to 29, which I think is maybe the lowest we've ever got him. So, okay, we're doing fine. You guys are both exhausted, but then I think you just untap or unexhaust at the end of the turn. We've got another recruit over there, and then for you, my friend, an orc grunt. So that is another guard for you of 3, and combat of 3 with me discarding 2 cards. So we're down to 28. We're still... No, we're not in the lead. He's still in the lead. And then we'll discard 2 of these. Oh gosh, they're all actually quite good, aren't they? Well, you know what? I think we're definitely going to discard this because we don't need it. This will get us a... These 2, obviously not. So it's between these 2, and I suppose it doesn't really look like we're doing much by the way of gold this turn. So let's get rid of our ruby, and we'll play... yeah, we'll play these 3. Yeah, that's pretty good actually, because look at this. We're going to gain a whole bunch of... We're going to gain a whole bunch of combat and some ally abilities, so that is pretty good. This card, the Rot, gets us the ability to sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile. So let's get rid of a gold if we've got one. Yes, gold, get out of here. We don't need you very much. Now then, oh my gosh, yes, look how much combat we're gaining. We didn't draw a card, we don't need to discard one. Let's just forget that. We've got 2 coins to spend, and I think... Do we go green, or do we go a little more splash of yellow? Well, actually, this ally ability is way better. Yeah, let's get another Elven Gift. Okay, so we spent our coins. That's another recruit. And now, wow, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the ally ability, 6, 7, 8 for the ally ability here, or not ally ability, but for each other wild card. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 17, another 4 is 21. Wow. So actually now it's our turn to be swinging hugely. Goodness gracious. So he's down to 8? Oh my goodness. Well, how the tables have turned. Oh no, hold on. He's got a guard. So he's down to 11, I should say. And we have to get rid of his guard. How the tables have turned, Tibus, you git. That, wow, okay, goodness gracious me. Yeah, that's like an end game hit in Star Realms. This is like mid game at best. Like our deck isn't even that big. We've got 4 cards, and pull another for our hand. His card is going to be green for 3, so he's going to hit us to 25. We're going to discard 2 cards. They're all... Oh, well, alright, we got the Rot again, so that is pretty fantastic. Let's get rid of 2 golds and play these lot. Sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile. Well, that's going to be a gold, so neat. And I think we're going to win. 2 gold will get us a recruit, so let's just do that. And then we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the ally ability 13, 14. Yeah, we've done it. We don't need to kill his champion. We can just straight deal it to him. He's got no guards in play, so we've actually won. Oh my goodness, he's on 11. We take him down to -3. We take him down to -3. We've won. 3rd time is indeed a charm. We finish on 25, so half of our health, but we get him down. Goodness gracious me. Well, that was a challenge. Wow, highly recommend this. That is really tricky. I think you've got to have a lot of things go right to actually beat him, because he swings a lot. He swings very highly. I think we got lucky with his card pulls because he didn't pull too much. Yeah, so I think we got pretty lucky with his card pulls. We must have got pretty lucky with ours, although maybe that is, again, maybe that's focusing on those green and red cards maybe is the way to go. Wow. Well, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Hero Realms. Yeah, go check this out. Again, I'll post a link to the card and the rule set. Well, the rule set is on the cards, but I'll post the link in the description below. Let me know what you think. I think this has got a lot of promise. I obviously really enjoy Star Realms, and I'm certainly not going to stop playing that. But this, I think, yeah, let's see if we can get some more solo challenges, shall we? Yeah, let me know if you want to see more, and I'll be happy to put some more up on the channel. That is going to be it from me. Do drop a like if you have enjoyed the video. Again, thank you so much for sticking with me all the way through to our final victory. Do consider subscribing if you want to see more solo board gaming content, and until next time, I will see you later.